Everybody, it's Matt here, your local friendly neighbourhood vestibular migraine sufferer. So just doing a quick video today about a topic that is probably on the hearts and the lips and the minds of every vestibular disorder sufferer around the world, and it's how will that affect my vestibular condition. And by that I mean the remedy to it. So I'm not saying it, and the reason I'm going to have to talk in code a little bit in this video, because certain topic that if it's mentioned or appears on YouTube, there are algorithms that move through YouTube to delete it because they're worried about the spread of disinformation and that kind of thing. So I'm not here to spread disinformation. I'm just going to talk about my experience with the because I have now had the So anyway, so I was coming up to the age range of what, so in the UK they're doing it through age ranges, and I knew my age range was coming up shortly. I obviously know a lot of people who've had the ranging right through from my folks who are in their mid-70s right down until to friends my age and a bit younger actually. And the consensus was that some of them had some side effects, hard word to say, that lasted a couple of days, but nothing major. No one's head's fallen off or their ears have blown out. But obviously, with me being a vestibular disorder sufferer, I had to give it a little bit of thought, thinking, well, how will the impact on my vestibular disorder? So I'd seen a few comments, only a few, I must admit. I think there was 2 comments I've seen on several of my videos saying that they had the and it didn't have a great effect on their vestibular condition. But my understanding is thus far that it's a certain type of the one that's A and Z that has had that impact, which I also think that tends to give you more side effects. Oh, I just said the word. Oh well, let's see if we can get away with it. Anyway, so I think that tends to give you more side effects than the one I had. So because of my age range in the UK, we are not having AZ under a certain age. So if you're under 40, you won't get AZ, but you'll get one of the other ones. So I got the one that begins with P and probably an F. I think that's how it's written. So I had that one, and I'm here to tell you about what happened to me once I'd had it. So what happened to me? Absolutely nothing. I felt pretty much fine once I'd had it. I went home, and then the next day, I went to work. The only thing I did notice was while I was at work the next day, I started to flag in the afternoon and feel very tired, sleepy. Not a horrible tiredness, but more of a sleepy tired. So the only side effect I can report from the one I had that begins with P and F is that I felt just a bit more tired. So I had an early night on the Friday, so I didn't go out and have a few beers as I normally would do, and I got to sleep quite early, had a nice long sleep in the morning. So I had the on the Thursday. I was in work on the Friday, and then I got to the Saturday morning after this big sleep, and then I felt absolutely fine. I went to the gym and did everything I wanted to do yesterday, really. So I feel fine now. So I'm happy to report it hasn't impacted on my vestibular disorder, my vestibular symptoms. I've been A-OK, and hopefully that will be the case for you should you decide to have So I can't really give you any advice because I'm not an expert on any of this. I always say I'm not an expert on vestibular issues. I'm just passing on my experience, and I'm most certainly not an expert on the but I would probably recommend that maybe, because there is, we know from studies and what people are saying that the AZ one does produce slightly more side effects. Might be worth, if you are a vestibular disorder sufferer, to try and get one of the other ones that seem to have less side effects. So the one I had, the PF, doesn't, and it didn't actually, from everybody I know who's had that, has not really had any side effects. So maybe if you choose to have zoom in on one of those, so the PF, or I know there's a few other types of them coming out, and maybe just avoid AZ if you can. So yeah, I thought that I'd share that because I know a lot of people have been worried about it. I mean, I was a little bit apprehensive. I didn't know which way it was going to go, but it went fine. So I just thought I'd get that message out there. I will obviously update if there's anything, if I grow 3 heads in the next day or so, but I'm sure I'm not going to. They did say the window for feeling side effects or issues. So I would assume also if it's gonna spark up your vestibular stuff, they said it was within 10 hours of having the and so I'm well beyond that now. So yeah, so all is well with it. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. Thought it was maybe put some minds at rest out there. Yeah, so that's all I've got to say for today. I'm not going to ramble on any longer. There's no need to. So remember, as you were, you'll be again.